Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Doge. By the way, just in case you have any more meme related requests, feel free to check out the card system and the link below down in the description for my meme tutorials playlist. Moving on, if you want to make Doge, here's what you're going to need. You will need some oak wood planks, some spruce wood planks, grab birch wood planks, some black wool, dark grey, light grey wool, and finally grab yourself some white wool. And once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off Doge with a row of 3 black wool coming directly up from the ground. That's 1, 2, 3. You then, from this top block, this third block, want to do an up left diagonal. Then go up on top of that diagonal by 2. 1, 2. What you then want to do is going right of this second block, go right by 1. Then do 4 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then go right of that 4th bottom right diagonal by 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal, and go right of it by 2. 1, 2, to give you this shape. Once you have this shape, you now want to return back to this block right here that we went right of, and you want to continue going up on top of this block by 2. 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal. Then go up by 1. Then do an up left diagonal. And go up by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 2. 1, 2. Now, whilst we're here, you want to take this second block and you want to go right of it by 1 with your white wool. Like that. As a matter of fact, go right by 3 instead of 1. So that's 1, 2, 3. Go right of it by 3 with your white wool, and then we will continue on with the outline. We're going to need this later, guys. So now continue going up on top of this black wool by 1. Like that. What you then want to do, continuing to go round, is an upright diagonal. Then go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 3 upright diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do 2 upright diagonals, so that's 1 and 2. Then go up on top of the second upright diagonal by 2. 1, 2. And you know what, again, with this kind of like we're here, we may as well do this. Also take out your spruce wood planks, and from the block that you just went up from this diagonal, go right by 1 with your spruce wood plank. Then do 2 black wool going right, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal with your black wool. Then go right by 1. Like this. And you know what, it'll save us even more effort later on if you take out your spruce wood planks again, and if you go down from this first initial spruce wood plank by 1, go right of it by 2, 1, 2, place 2 spruce wood planks underneath these 2 black wool right here. If you then come to above what you've made, if you place 2 rows of 3 spruce wood planks here and here, and then if you go up on top of this middle block here by 2, 1, 2 with your spruce wood planks. So you want to form this shape, and you guys might not be able to tell it right now, but this is going to be the inner part of Doge's ear, and it just saves us a lot better hassle if we do this now instead of later. Once you've got that taken care of, take out your black wool, and continuing on from here on top of this spruce wood plank, you want to do a row of 7 spruce wood coming up. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do 7 upright diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then go right of that 7th upright diagonal by 1. Then do an upright diagonal and go right by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal and go down by 1. And do a bottom right diagonal and go down by 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then do a bottom left diagonal and go down by 2, 1, 2. And you know what? This is one of those perfect moments again where we may as well mark some stuff out, or as a matter of fact, we may as well fill it in whilst we're here, guys. So once you have these 3 black wool, take out your spruce wood planks. Again, it's always the spruce wood planks, those trouble causers, and you want to do a row of 3 spruce wood planks going left of those 3 blocks. Now, underneath this row of 3 spruce wood planks, you then want to do an additional block going down. Then take out your oak wood planks and then go down by 2, 1, 2, then left by 1. Then do a spruce wood plank. Then do 2 upper left diagonals with the spruce wood, 1, 2. Then go left by 1. Then do 6 upper left diagonals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You then, with your oak wood planks, want to go up by 1. Then right by 1. Then take out your spruce wood again and continue going right by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. Then go on top of that diagonal by 1. Then do 5 upper right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go right by 2, 1, 2. Then go underneath this first block that we just placed going right by 1, and go down from this second block by 2, 1, 2. Then go right by 1. Then down by 2, 1, 2. Then take out your oak wood planks and continue going down by 2, 1, 2. Then take out your spruce wood again and go down by a further 2, 1, 2. Then go left by 1. Then go down until you connect all the way back to where you first started, and you should end up with a shape like this. However, we're not done. What we now want to do, can you guys remember these original 3 blocks that we have here that we started with the spruce wood? Well, take this top block, extend it to the left going 1. Take this second block and extend it going left by 2, 1, 2. To form this shape, kind of like a staircase, a really weird staircase. Then going left of this second block right here, go left by 2 with your oak wood planks, 1, 2. Then go up on top of that second block by 1 with your spruce. Then do an up left diagonal. Then do 2 up right diagonals, 1, 2. Then go up by 1. Then go left by 2, 1, 2. Then continue going up on top of this same block that we were going up from by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, followed by a bottom right diagonal. Then do a bottom left diagonal. Go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal and then go down by 1. Then just fill in these 2 empty spaces that we have right here, and what you should end up with in total, guys, is once again a piece of Doge's ear. Later on we will have to add a little bit more detail to this, but for the most part that's done. That's one of the harder parts that we could do, guys. Once you have that taken care of, we can then move on to the next bit. Good times ahead. Take out your black wool and come back to the black wool outline. Now, continuing to go down, you want to, from this bottom block right here, do a bottom right diagonal. Then go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal and go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal. Do a bottom right diagonal and then connect it all the way down to the ground just like that. And what you want to end up with in total, guys, should look a little bit like this. And as you can see, this is the base outline, somewhat complete. Now, once you've reached this point right here, what do we have to do, guys? Well, we have to add in the mouth, the eyes, the eyebrows, and there are a couple of other little bits of detail, but I would say that the hardest part is done. Well done us, that was supposed to be a clap, but I clapped my wrist like an idiot. Now, once you've reached this point right here, let's continue on. So, you now want to take out your white wool and you want to come all the way up to where we placed this white wool earlier on. It should be easy to find, it is the only white wool in the pick slot. Starting from this third block on the right here, do an upright diagonal. Then go up by 1. Then go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2. Then go up on top of the second bottom right diagonal by 3 with your oak wood plank. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then go up by 2 with your dark grey. 1, 2. Then go up by 1 with your black. Then go up by 1 with your dark grey to give you this row. This is the beginning of Doge's eye. Once you have this, this is what you want to do next. So starting from the bottom again, just going up, you just want to do, going to the right from the bottom I should say, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 light grey, 1 white, 1 black. Like that. Then, starting from this top black, going right, coming down, do 1 black wool, 2 black wool, 3 black wool, then 1 dark grey. And then going right of these 2 middle black wool blocks, do the bottom one, dark grey, top one, black wool. And you want to end up with a shape that should look exactly like this. And that is Doge's eye. I know that we kind of built that in a weird way, but that's one of those shapes where I would just typically like build it and then show you guys what it looks like afterwards. So once you've got the eye taken care of, you now want to come to the top right hand corner-ish of the eye. So you want to come to this block right here. And on top of this block, you want to stack 2 oak wood planks. So that's 1, 2. Then take out your white wool and do 1 white wool. Then go right that white by 1. Then do 2 upright diagonals. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal and go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom left diagonal. Go up on top of that diagonal by 1. Then do an up left diagonal. Connect everything together by going left by 1. Then fill the center of the shape that you've just made in, and what you've just made right there is Doge's eyebrow. What you then want to do is you want to take out your spruce wood planks again, and starting from this block right here, this white block that we have right here, you want to go right with your spruce by 2. 1, 2. Now go up on top of this second block by 2. 1, 2, and also go down from it by 1, I should say as well. I probably should have started with that. Continuing from the upper portion, the second block that we just placed going up, go right of it by 1. Then up by 1. Then do an upright diagonal with your spruce. Once you've done that, you should end up with something that should look like this. And that is the crease in between his eyebrows, and that is his eye, and obviously one of his eyebrows. That's half of his kind of eye-ish features done. Once you've got that taken care of, you now want to take out your white wool again, and you want to return all the way back down to here, just before we start going up for the eye. So, starting from this white wool that we have right here, up right diagonally of this, so going right of this oak wood plank that we have right here, do a row of 2 white wool. 1, 2. Then, do an upright diagonal, and go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2. Then go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do 4 upright diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, going left of this 4th up left diagonal, you want to go left by 2 with your oak wood planks. 1, 2. Then go left by 5 with your dark grey wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You then want to do a black wool going left. And you know what, guys, just as with the other eye, it's going to be easier if I just kind of like build the eye and then just show you guys it after the fact. I feel as though otherwise we're going to end up in that awkward situation where I kind of like build it, but it's not really a good explanation anyway. So let me just get this done and then let me show you what it should look like. It's really easy. It's just it's a little awkward to explain just because it's like a load of single colors in line. Like it's not like straightforward to explain in any way, shape or form. So this is what you want to have for the eye, guys. As you can see, really simple. It's just, you know, it's black, it's light grey, it's white, it's dark grey, all in very small rows. So apply that to your very own Doge. Once you've got that taken care of, we can then move on to the next bit. So pause this if necessary, of course. Once you've got that taken care of, we can now continue on. So what you now want to do is up on top of this left-hand black wool that we have right here of the eye, do 2 oak wood planks going up. 1, 2. Then take out your white wool and do a white wool on top. Then go left of that white by 1. Then go up by 1. Then do 2 up right diagonals, so that's 1, 2. Then go right of that second upright diagonal by 2, 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals, 1, 2. Then go left by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then all you have to do to complete this eyebrow is just fill the center portion of it in with white wool, and you should end up with something that should in total look exactly like this, guys. And there you go, we now have both of his eyes and just the crease in between them as well, and the eyebrows. Now, once you've got that taken care of, guys, we can then move on to the rest of this thing. So what we now want to do is take out our white wool again, and we want to come all the way back over to this white wool outline that we have going here. So going right of this diagonal right here, you want to do a row of 6 white wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do 4 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 1 and do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1 and 2. Then go down by 1 and connect down to the floor by doing a bottom right diagonal. And just to show you guys what we should end up with, something those eyes crack me up. You should end up with something that should look a little bit like this. Now, we do have a few more things to do. Why don't we get to it instead of talking about it, actually? So, coming back down to where we just connected to the floor, you want to take out your oak wood planks and you want to go right of this white wool by 2 with your oak wood. 1, 2. Then place a spruce wood on top of that second oak. Then do 6 up right diagonals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up on top of that 6th upright diagonal by 1. Then do an upright diagonal and go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal and go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. You should end up with a shape that should look like this. Perfect. Once you have that, you now want to take out your oak wood planks again, and you want to come all the way down to these 2 oak wood planks that we were just building from. Continuing to go right of these oak wood, do 4 oak wood planks going right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 3 white walls still going right. 1, 2, 3. What you then want to do is up right diagonals from that 3rd white wall, and you should just eventually connect to the right hand side of what you've just made. So you should just eventually connect, whoops, there we go. You should just eventually connect all the way to there like that. You don't have to count anything out or figure it out. And once you've done that, this is what we want to do next, guys. So we should have actually done this next part whilst we were building like that white outline, but I guess I just kind of forgot. I guess it slipped my mind. We can do it now though. So once you've reached this point right here, you now want to head all the way back over to the left eye here. And you guys can see where we have this white wall at the base of this row of 3 oak wood planks. Well, continuing to go down from this single white wall right here, you want to do 1 white wall going down, followed by 1 black wall going down. You then want to go left of this black wall by... Hang on, you know what guys, it's going to be easy if we go right of this black wall. Go right of this black wall by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal. And go left by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal. And go left by 2. 1, 2. Then go left by 1 with your white wall. Then go up on top of that white wall by 2. 1, 2. With your black wall, I should have mentioned. Then do an up left diagonal with your black. Then go up by 1. Then do an up right diagonal and go right that diagonal until you connect all the way back to where you first started. That is Doge's nose. Now, once you've got the outline of that taken care of, you now want to take out your white wall and going down from this corner white wall that we have right here, do a row of 2 white wall going down. 1, 2. Then do a black wall still going down. Then go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal and go right by 2. 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2. Then go right by 1. Then do an upright diagonal and go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do an upright diagonal. This is the shape that you want to end up with for this, guys. What you then want to do once you have this shape is you want to return back to this first black wall block that we have for the mouth here, and we want to, from this first black wall block, do 2 white wall going down from it. 1, 2. You then want to do a black wall going right of that second white wall. Then from this black wall, do a bottom right diagonal and go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal and go right by 2. 1, 2. And once you've done that, you have actually completed Doge's mouth, and his nose, and his eyes, and most of his features. As a matter of fact, all we have to do now is we have to add in some birchwood plank highlights, and then we've just got to mask color him in. Why don't we do that, guys? So, here's how this is going to work. What is the best way to do this? You know what, I think I know. So, I'm going to split this into a couple of sections. What we now have to do, guys, is with our birchwood planks, we have to add some birchwood planks around the outline of Doge. Now, these are really easy to place, and it's really easy to see where they've been placed. So, I'm going to fill in, like, the first half, the left half of Doge, with these birchwood planks, and then I'm just going to show you guys where they're supposed to be placed. For instance, I mean, it's easier to see. So, can you guys see very clearly where I've just placed all of those birchwood planks? Can you see that they exist directly next to the outline? All you have to do, guys, is add all of those birchwood planks onto that left half of Doge. Do it right now. Add all of those onto your Doge right now, and pause this if necessary, of course, but once you've added all of those in, we can now move on to the next part of this. So, once you've done that on the left-hand side, we also have to do a very similar thing on the right-hand side. So, coming to the right-hand side now, and these all do exist next to black walls, so that's why I'm doing it like this, because I think it's a little bit irrelevant to, you know, very carefully tell you guys where to place these when they exist pretty much directly next to the outline, and there are a couple a little bit later on, and by later on I mean now, because we've now got to this point, where we have all of these spruce wood planks, kind of like on the right hand side, underneath the ear. Well, we also have to place birchwood planks underneath these as well, but let me place all of these, and I've just finished it. Let me take off the UI, and then I'll just show you here. So, you're essentially just placing these directly next to the outline, except not all of it, and they don't want to connect together, and there are a couple more bits as well, but you should be able to see, and this is the other half of it, guys, you should quite clearly be able to see where all of those have been placed, hopefully. I mean, that's the idea anyway. So that is what you want to have, guys. Can you see where I've placed every single one of the birch wood planks? And as a matter of fact, you can see it on the left hand side as well, where all of those go. Apply all of those that you see, they are all next to the outline. Once you've done that, all we have to do now, guys, thank God we've reached this point, all we have to do now, guys, is fill him in, it's those eyes again, is fill him in with his relevant colours. So we're going to be filling that nose in with black wool. We will fill all of the inside of, like, his jaw underneath the eyes and such. We'll fill all of that in with white. That little right rectangular bit in the bottom right hand corner, we'll fill that in with white wool as well. And then we'll fill everywhere else in with oak wood planks. I'm not going to stick around for this, guys, because this is going to take quite a while. So I'm now going to cut out. I'm going to go back to my original world, and I'll show you the original version of Doge, guys, because it's going to be easier that way, and no one needs to fill anything in that. In that way. So I'll be back in just a moment, guys, and hopefully I can have a sip of water and regain my voice. Back in a mo. So this is what your Doge should look like, guys, once it has been 100% fully filled in. This is exactly how we should look. As I mentioned, you fill in the nose with black, you fill in all of that surrounding area inside of it with white, including that bottom right hand triangular corner section that we have at the bottom right hand corner, and then we fill everywhere else in with oak wood planks, and you should be left with something that should look exactly like this. That facial expression kills me. Look at him, he's just kind of, what are you doing? I love that so much. So that's how it should look like, guys. Hopefully you'll be able to fill him in from that. Hopefully you'll manage that. If you do like this, guys, and if you have managed to make it, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could give me a like, a favourite, a share, anything you'd feel like doing, guys. I would just vastly appreciate it. Help me out. I made him because you guys suggested it. I'd really like it if we could have this symbiotic relationship in which you like everything that I do, and in which I just keep building your requests. I would absolutely love that. So if you would, guys, like, favourite, share, if you would love to help me out, I would just vastly appreciate that, guys. Feel free to comment down below. Comment down below. My voice. Comment down below, what would you like to see next in the meme world, or not the meme world. It's completely up to you. Just let me know what do you want to see next. If you have any suggestions, always happy to hear them. Feel free to check out the card system and the link below down in the description for my meme tutorials playlist. And I guess that is probably going to be about everything, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.